Well, we have already seen a lot of severe weather, at least some severe weather. We've seen several warnings in place throughout the day, and this is why. We've already seen some hail. This is David Logsdon sends us this photo as WYMT weather spotter. He sent us this photo out of Bonnyman in Perry County. That's quarter-size hail. That's going to do some damage. That is severe hail, as a matter of fact. That's when you get toward 1 inch in diameter. That is severe hail. So we do have that possibility as we head through the rest of this afternoon. You can see numerous warnings now starting to focus toward the Big Sandy and in the eastern parts of the Cumberland Valley. We have severe thunderstorm warnings still in place for parts of Magoffin, Johnson, and Floyd counties. Another big-time severe thunderstorm warning for Floyd County into Pike County. And this one, they all have tornado possible tags on them, as a matter of fact, especially this one. You see this thunderstorm has a bit of a hook on it as it's heading right toward downtown Pikeville. So please be aware of that. If you're in Pikeville, we have a severe thunderstorm warning there in parts of Knott County, into Letcher County, and into southern parts of Pike County, southern parts of Floyd County. Very heavy rain, a lot of thunder and lightning. These aren't severe as you head into southern parts of Leslie County, into Harlan County, back toward portions of northern Bell County, southern parts of Knox County, and into Whitley County. Still watching some very heavy rain with that one. But everything here continues to scoot off to the east, putting a track on it. We're talking places like Pikeville right about now, Middlesboro by 438, Harlan about now, Powell Valley as we head toward 450 and over toward Phelps as we head past the 5 o'clock hour and eventually over into southwest Virginia, where we've already seen a couple of severe storms today. You put everything into motion, you see everything here is pushing off to the east between 30 and 40 miles per hour. As that continues to push to the east, you can see our severe thunderstorm warnings, about 3 or 4 of them at this point, and actually dropped a couple there as those storms move past. The good news, once this line's past you, you're done. Severe weather is no longer a concern. Just got to watch actually a couple of these cells down into portions of Wayne County and McCreary County. Those will scoot into the volunteer state before too long. We still have this severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 8 o'clock tonight for every county in yellow. That doesn't include our far northern counties, but notice the Weather Service out in Louisville starting to chip that away. So this threat is not an all-night threat, but it will be with us through the evening, and it looks like we now have a tornado warning. So it looks like we're going to stick with this a little bit longer now. I believe that's a tornado warning, correct? Yes, for Floyd, Johnson, and Magoffin counties until 5:15. So we're going to stick with this a little while longer. We have now a tornado warning. I'm going to back this up. Thank you, sir. Brandon Robinson in here with me. A tornado warning now in effect for portions of Floyd, Johnson, and Magoffin counties until 5:15. You're good to go over there, Brandon, as well. So here is the storm we're looking at, and Brandon's zooming me in. That's just one of the cells we're looking at near Royalton now. This is close to the radar. So as we back on out, this here is Salyersville. Salyersville is not in this warning. Neither does it look like is Prestonsburg, is it?
Nope. Doesn't look like it.
And neither is Paintsville.
Yeah.
So this is just a very small part of Johnson County, a very small part of northwestern Floyd County. Most of the action with this one is in Magoffin County, south of downtown Salyersville. That's this thunderstorm working along Highway 30 right now. So let's go ahead and check out the velocity scope on this thunderstorm as it continues to push off to the east. At what's the speed on that?
It is 25 miles per hour.
So this is going to take a little bit to clear.
The National Weather Service in Jackson, Kentucky has issued a tornado warning for southern Johnson County, northwestern Floyd County, central Magoffin County, until 5:15 p.m. At 4:45 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Hendricks, or near Salyersville, moving east at 25 miles per hour. Hazard, tornado and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated rotation. Impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. This dangerous storm will be near Conley Station around 4:55 p.m. Royalton around 5 p.m. Gypsy around 5:05 p.m. Repeating, a tornado warning has been issued until 5:15 p.m. for the following counties in Kentucky: Floyd, Johnson, and Magoffin.
exact, but again, that's kind of the area. But he's right. Royalton is the area that is one of the largest communities inside of that. And of course, the area that we're watching, let me get this cleared off here, all these drawings, and we'll show you right here is the area of possible rotation, right here along Highway 30 in the Foraker community. So again, just be aware of that. This goes until 5:15. It is moving slow. Evan, if you want to put a track on that real fast, it's going to take it a while to cross those counties, so we're going to continue to watch that here for the next few minutes. So we'll let him put the track on it, tell you kind of where it's going and who's coming in to play next. But I can tell you Royalton will probably be here in just a few minutes once we get the track on, and then you'll see over toward Bonanza, Dotson, some of those communities there, and we'll continue to track that.
And there it is. About a half hour out on this, we're circling the area of most likely to be affected by a potential tornado. Carver, you got about 10 minutes, okay? You get into your safe spot now. That's under something sturdy in a closed interior room, lowest floor. If you have a basement, go there. If you don't, go ahead and get into a closet, a bathroom somewhere in the center of the house, even a hallway. Doesn't have windows. If you have an old work helmet, football, baseball helmet, put it on, protect your head from flying debris. Grab some pillows or blankets, something like that to protect your head as we continue to watch this move to the east. And we have not yet gotten a report of anything on the ground, but we're not taking these lightly today, as we've already seen some damage and a lot of hail reports from these thunderstorms. So Royalton as we head toward 5:03, Marshallville by 5:07.
So again, we're going to continue to watch this tornado warning until 5:15 and moving very slow, 25 miles per hour. This is not impacting Salyersville. This is not impacting Prestonsburg, at least at this point. This warning is south of Salyersville, west of Prestonsburg. So again, continue to watch that very electrical storm, lots of lightning.
Oh, Brandon, we have a confirmed tornado now.
Okay.
They have updated this to observed.
All right.
This is apparently on the ground.
All right, so let's see where we're at here, Evan.
So let's turn the velocity back on, and you'll see where we're talking. It's very hard to see. Actually, let me get the correct.
It should be somewhere
velocity. There it is.
Right there, probably.
Yes,
that's
if we
it
had
right
to guess.
there.
This is a confirmed tornado on the ground, moving towards Stinson Road, and eventually toward Montgomery Branch, as you head towards Sublette and Royalton.
Put the
over
track
the next
on that
few
real
minutes.
fast.
So I'm going to put the track on this as it heads to the east. This is apparently an observed tornado over the next 10 minutes. Here's where this is headed, Sublette and Royalton, within the next 7 or 8 minutes. So this is...
Safe spots now. Get into your safe spot. This is no longer a possible tornado. This has been confirmed to be on the ground. So if you're in Sublette, if you're in Royalton, get into your safe spot right now. Downstairs, under something sturdy. Basement if you've got one. I'm going to step over this way so you can see the area that we're looking at here. Right there, coming up just past Stinson Road, coming over toward Montgomery Branch, coming over toward Fletcher Road. There is the community of Sublette. There's Highway 7, I believe. Is that 7, Evan?
Yes.
Okay, Highway 7 there, back over toward Royalton. So again, you've got just a few minutes. Right here is the area that we are watching. And of course, this is no longer an possible tornado. It's being observed by, did it say who it was observed by?
It is radar observed.
Okay,
so they're
radar
looking at
observed.
this area right here near Stinson Road.
Right there.
You see, so let me explain this really quickly when we talk about this display. What the radar is looking at is how similar in size things are. Okay, when you get into the red and the purple, everything there is likely the same size. We're talking about rain. But when we start to see that drop into the yellows and some of the brighter green and white and blue, that tells us that we have the potential for debris to have been lofted by a tornado. And it's that area we're looking at coming down Stinson Road toward Montgomery Branch, Fletcher Road, Kentucky 1635, northwest of Wright Oakley Creek Road as you head toward Highway 7 near Royalton, north and west of Royalton, and near Swampton. So take shelter right now as this continues to push off to the east and the northeast. This is in Magoffin County, south of Salyersville. This is not a threat to Salyersville. This is south of Salyersville, headed toward Royalton, over the next 5 to 10 minutes. You need to be in your tornado safe spot now.
It's shifted a little bit here to the south. So again, it's basically coming up on right Oakley Creek Road. It's going basically out toward Kentucky. I believe that's 1635, back over towards 7, but it's shifted a little bit to the south down toward Allen Branch Road. Any of those areas I've just called out, get into your safe spot right now. Do not wait. Do not take any time. This is a radar observed tornado out there. So again, Evan's circling it right now. Tree Branch Road, Carver Community, downstairs, basement if you've got one. If you're in a mobile home, you probably need to get out as soon as you can, because it's this situation, if this is actually we don't know what the intensity is or anything like that, but if this is an actual tornado, just not a radar observed tornado, mobile homes are not safe. So again, any shelter you can get to as fast as you can, especially if you're in the Carver community, over toward Royalton, Swampton, those areas, please get into a safe spot right now. Basement, under something sturdy, downstairs, lowest level of your home. Again, this is where you put that plan you made a little earlier into action, Evan.
That's right, Brandon. And one thing I want to note, since that last scan came in, that's gotten deeper.
Yeah.
And that's gotten a little brighter, which tells us,
colors right there.
Are we lofting more debris into the air?
Exactly.
Is the possibility there.
This could be I don't want to speculate, but it could be a stronger tornado. I'm not going to say any guesses on what it could be, wind speeds or any of that, but just again, the colors brightening up tell us that there's possibly more debris being lifted into the atmosphere. So a very life-threatening, very dangerous situation. So you need to be in your safe spot right now. Evan, put a track on that real fast there.
All right, so yeah, the velocity I don't think is updated with that, but this is moving to the east at 25 miles per hour. This is headed toward Royalton and Marshalltown over the next few minutes or so. So taking this out 25 minutes, Royalton, you've got about 9 minutes. Sublet, you've got about 7 minutes, okay? Swampton, you've got about 10 minutes. Marshallville, about 13 minutes, and over toward Gypsy within the next 20 minutes or so, 15, 20 minutes. So this is real, folks. This is a tornado, radar-confirmed tornado into portions of Magoffin County. This warning also includes very small parts of Floyd County as you head down 1427 and 114, and a very small, very, very small part of Johnson County. I wouldn't imagine that that would take in, that's going to go south of Paintsville for those of us seeing the warning there and maybe turning it on and going, oh, Johnson County's under a tornado warning. It's just a very small part, but we go back to our debris signature, and that's what we look for when we look at this product. We look for what's called a CC dropout or a TDS, tornado debris signature, and that's headed toward South River Road, right Oakley Creek Road, and basically headed right toward Royalton.
Yeah, so this is probably going to cross just a little bit south, but again, if you're anywhere along Highway 7 from Royalton down toward Swampton, even down toward Gedalia there, get into your safe spot right now. We cannot stress this enough. Carver, you're kind of in the path of this as well. If you live, or if you know anybody that lives around right Oakley Creek Road, Kentucky, 1435 or 1635 there, get them in their safe spot too. They only have minutes to get into that. So again, radar confirmed tornado moving toward the Royalton area. This is again south of Salyersville. Salyersville is not in this polygon. Prestonsburg over in Floyd County, you are not in this, or not in the specific warning. It's going to show up on your phone. It's going to show up on your app. It's going to show up that it's Floyd County. It's not Prestonsburg. It's not Paintsville and Johnson County. It's not Salyersville, Magoffin County. It is south of all of those. But this area right there, that is showing us the potential for debris being lifted into the air from this tornado that has been radar confirmed.
All right, I'm going to back this out, put our track on back on this again, and this is moving to the east relatively slowly at 25 miles per hour. So we're going to put that on through the next 10 miles or so. So Royalton, it's on top of you here in the next 8 minutes or so. Marshallville a little bit beyond that, 409 or 509, excuse me. Gypsy by 512. As that pushes east, and once we get towards Gypsy, we're getting pretty close to the Floyd County line, right there along Highway 114. So we need to pay close attention to that as well eventually as that pushes to the east. So Royalton, it didn't pop it up here, and I don't know why. Swampton as well. About 504, 505 there south of Royalton. So
now I believe, Evan, not to cut you off, I believe 114 between Prestonsburg and Salyersville is that stretch of the Mountain Parkway that's
Yes.
not been completely done yet. They're still working on it, but that is an area of concern to watch out. If you're between Prestonsburg and Salyersville on the Mountain Parkway, this is moving towards you, not quite to you yet, but it's basically just to the west of Highway 7. The debris signature getting just a little bit less, but that still looks very intense there, so we're going to have to continue to watch that. So again, I implore you, if you're in Carver, Royalton, any of those communities we just called out a few minutes ago, please get into your safe spot. Basement is best. Downstairs, under something sturdy. Helmets, if you got them, put them on. You got to protect your head. Just like we tell you during the school talks, you got to protect your head at all costs, because without your brain, the rest of your body doesn't work. Take all the precautions that you can. If you're in a mobile home, and say you're in Royalton, get out. Try to get to a stable house. Mobile homes are not built for tornadoes. So again, we learned this back in 2012. We saw a lot of tornadoes, or a lot of trailers damaged by tornadoes. So again, they're not safe. Just take every possible precaution you can as we see this radar confirmed tornado moving through parts of McGoffin County.
And I want to point out too, Brandon, notice kind of the...
And there it went. So
there it went.
It may have lifted back up.
Yeah, that's very possible that the whatever tornado debris there, it was likely if a tornado did touch down, we have no sighted, nobody's seen it.
Right.
But from the radar indication, we had that possibility of, hey, we may have seen some debris here, and it's possible all that's fallen back to the ground, or whatever was picked up has fallen down, and whatever, you know, short track tornado has lifted now, which is a good sign. But we're still not going to let our guard down. This warning goes for another 15 minutes. You're watching WYMT TV in Hazard as we continue to watch a tornado warning in place for portions of McGoffin County, as well as into portions of Floyd and Johnson counties as well over the next little bit. Now, Johnson County, it's just a very small sliver of Johnson County in the very western part of Floyd County. This is mainly a McGoffin County storm south of Salyersville, but this is not our first tornado warning of the day, and we need to treat these with respect today, because we have the wind, the energy in place to produce quick spin-up tornadoes, which is possibly what we've already seen into portions of McGoffin County. And I'm going to highlight the area there that you can see just south and west of Royalton. And I'm going to track that as it moves off to the east at 25.
All right, I'm going to step back and let you track that there. But again, if you're in these communities we're about to call out, stay in that safe spot. Get there pretty quick. Now, you see here, if this warning holds together, at about 5:36, it could be in West Prestonsburg. So Floyd County, even though Prestonsburg is not in this warning, this might be the time, if you've got some supplies you want to take down to your basement, if you've got some supplies you want to put maybe in a closet or a bathroom, if you live in a built house, if you live in a trailer, please make plans to try to get out of that, especially if we have a situation where we have an actual tornado like we had observed by radar that's just a few minutes ago in McGoffin County. So again, if you are in Swampton, it's going to be on top of you in about 5 minutes. Gypsy, about 5:12. Brainerd over there, I believe that's kind of on the line between McGoffin and Floyd County.
That's in Floyd.
Okay, so that's in Floyd County at 5:21. Goodloe, 5:26. Reisner, I know that's over in Floyd County at 5:30. So again, take all of your precautions. Be in your safe spots, downstairs, under something sturdy. Just take all the precautions as you can. Helmets, if you've got them, put them on.
Well, good news, Brandon. We have canceled the tornado warning now as we
good.
just crossed the top of the hour. I think that was a brief spin-up at best as that worked through portions of McGoffin County south of Salyersville. Now, before we hand it on back to WKYT News at 5, I want to just point out we have several other storms that are still in place, and that's a mean-looking storm there near Pikeville. Not tornado warned, but
There's also a hook on it right here.
There's also a hook, yes, near
Right
Raccoon,
there.
south of Meta there as you head toward Kemper, as well there into portions of Pike County. I'll put the velocity on that because that's mean looking, but does not have a tornado warning on it at this point.
It's very kind of scattered.
Back that out. You can see the broad rotation in that. We're actually getting a little further from the Jackson radar there. I might look at the Charleston radar to look at that one. Let's see here. Turn off Jackson. That's Charleston.
It's a little bit more defined there. Let's see what their velocity.
It's about the same.
Still broad though. Yeah. So there you go. Okay.
But we do have several severe thunderstorm warnings and no tornado warnings, but still several severe thunderstorm warnings. We have one for McGoffin, Southern Johnson, and Floyd County. That one does take in Prestonsburg. That one has a tornado possible tag on it. until 5:15. We have that severe thunderstorm warning east of Pikeville there in kind of central portions of Pike County. That runs until 5:15. That has a tornado warning, or tornado possible tag on it, not a tornado warning, for parts of, it looks like, not southern Floyd, Letcher, and southern Pike, right on top of Jenkins. That's got a tornado possible tag on it. Looks like we just had a new severe thunderstorm warning. The one for Jenkins until 5:15. We have this one for parts of southern Letcher into very small part of eastern Harlan until 5:30. That one has the possibility for winds to 60 miles per hour and hail to the size of quarters. And then I believe we have another warning. Yes, this one right on top of downtown Harlan has the possibility to produce damaging winds in excess of 60 miles per hour, as well as a potential spin-up tornado. That one takes in downtown Harlan, east of Alva now, really south of downtown Harlan, but that warning goes until 5:30 at this point. So no tornado warnings, and with that, here in just a second, we're going to send it back over to WKYT News at 5, and we'll be back for more election coverage. Oh, one more thing, new severe thunderstorm warning there, looks like for Dickinson County. That's got a considerable tag on it for 70-mile-per-hour winds, and that goes until 5:30. So that's Dickinson County in Virginia now until 5:30. Now, we're going to send you back to WKYT News at 5. Obviously, if we have to hop back in, we will. But for now, for Brandon Robinson, I'm meteorologist Evan Hatter from the WYMT First Alert Weather Center.
Or you can always search for it.